Body fat, injuries, and footage fails. The unthinkable strikes. But what do? Well, I use my experience, I throw my hat in the ring, and I go to site.
It's advice having gloves on while you're doing this.
We have to act fast to prevent the bakery from being shut down, and along the way, we show you why you should care about carpets. I'm Lee, this is Vapor Clean. Let's see behind the clean.
Such a busy Saturday, it's ridiculous. Starting on a Saturday because I'm out on site helping to deep clean and train some of the staff at one of our spa customers. During the audits last week, if you haven't seen that episode, click here, go and see that, and you'll get to see around a lot of our contract customers while we're auditing on site. We highlighted a couple of things that we could just be doing a bit better, or how we could get more done. That's more the point, is how we can get more done in the time we've got. Marcus, our support op, is going to meet me there. Usual operative that works on site meeting us there, and one of the flexies. Multiple opportunities for training. Plus, we've got 4 people on site to complete the clean so we can address some areas, get some bits that aren't on the usual task list. Technicians on a commercial kitchen deep clean. It's an amazing building. Another team of technicians at a kitchen extractor system and a food production site. So let's go and get this deep clean done.
Marcus is on his way, and how do you find it here in the morning? Have you got like anything that kind of makes your life harder, or? It's not the easiest anyway, is it? Let's be fair. The environment, it's warm, it's everything. Isn't it?
It's alright, it's just during the week, they open at 7. Even if I come in at 6, I always do the men's first.
Yeah.
But when I get on to do the spa, because obviously the girls come in at 5:30 to do their own thing sometimes, by the time I'm out of the men's, they've already turned on all the spa stuff because they open at 7. So it's like...
We're gonna work today. We're gonna redo the task list that you've got, and we'll give it a little bit more structure. Things like cleaning the male changing rooms, I wouldn't be doing that first thing. I'd be doing the actual spa part first thing, and then coming over into the changing rooms. If it's gone 7 o'clock and you need to get in there, we'll just literally put a sign up. They can't go in there. It's as simple as that. Trust me, I've cleaned for years as well, and it is awkward. I mean, we came just to do an audit last week, or in the week. We were obviously supervised, but we were in the ladies' changing rooms, and there's one lady just care, you know, just gonna get changed anyway. So awkward. I also want to make sure you know you can say to someone, look, I need to clean this, or it's closed for cleaning, or whatever, because it's only a few hours in the morning, and if they want the standard, then they've got to accept that. You know, they've got to accept that. The manager here in particular, I mean, don't get me wrong, she's got very high standards, and I completely agree with her. I mean, look at the venue where they are. But she has that standards for everyone, which is the best thing. But let's go and have a quick look, and we'll get some things set up. So here he is.
I had to walk all the way back up to get someone to let me in. I tried to get in and it kept going.
Oh, was it going to voicemail?
I
I listened to his voice enough. I don't need to listen to that again. Right, because you see all of that around the edges there. That's the scum and grime that we want to get rid of, because it's basically minging. So what I'm looking for as I'm going is that origin and the discoloration like that. Right, next thing I'm going to do is lift the drain cover. The reason I want that is obviously it's good, it's going to be more powerful, but it's not working. So we're kind of left with this, which is going to be great fun. You want to make sure that you're keeping the wet going. It literally keeps spreading. Much as that. You get me wet. I don't get you wet. So just be careful I don't get you wet.
Yeah, man.
I love stainless steel scourers. They're always my friend. I would always advise having gloves on while you're doing this, so I'm glad to see you're both doing it. You've got gloves on.
Yeah, we're on every time.
The other team of technicians today are at a very, very long-standing customer. So this customer we've been working with for about 10 years now. They were probably one of our first really big customers when we first started. They actually called us for hard floor cleaning. So they've got lots of breakout areas, which is like kitchenettes within a very, very large office. It's probably one of the biggest buildings in Bristol, to be fair. It is definitely one of the most high-class offices in Bristol. It's amazing. But they rung us for the hard floor cleaning. They had a very, very large atrium in the middle. So when you look up from inside, you can see right up the 5 floors out through the ceiling, because they've got a massive, great big sort of dome skylight at the top. But that floor in the middle used to be open. It's not anymore, but it used to be open, and it bright white tiles. They called us because they couldn't get it white enough. They couldn't get it back to the original white. Rather than using their in-house team, they needed a specialist team. Income Vapor Clean. They have now changed the configuration in there. We've helped them set up a plan on how they can maintain it a little bit more going forward, but we are still back there on a very regular basis. Today they're in there for another commercial kitchen clean, because literally thousands of people work in this office. It has got that many desks and that much space. It is one hell of a building. So it has its own canteen inside, which is very, very busy, and it has very, very regular kitchen deep cleans, and that's what we're there doing today.
So we're here, early start at Burges Salmon. They keep it quite tidy, but we're here to do a deep clean of the kitchen. And as we come round to the extractor system, we have a double oven, we have grills, cooking appliances, griddle, deep fat fryer, another grill, and the canopy system just on there.
It's Monday morning, I'm in the office, technicians are out on the road today, and it is just extractors all day, a very typical Monday. I'm having to help out in the customer service office today because we are short in there still with someone off, so I'm going to be helping out because Mondays are just a crazy busy day. So just going to help out on the phones and get things done. It's going to be a busy week, we're already halfway through and it's only Monday. So I've had a couple of calls from Jordan, and this is one of the reasons why it's so good when we've a larger, more experienced team. We can all bounce off of each other. He's had a couple of extractors today. Neither of them have been quite straightforward. First one, the fan exits the roof on a sloping roof, so we have to have a roofing ladder to make sure it's safe, but it's also complicated to get it off. He's had a couple of issues getting the bolts out the fan. So we've got to basically do everything we can on that, and then obviously advise the customer on what's best to do next. Our hands are a little bit tied on that one because we always advise and we'll always let them know what should be done. It's just then down to the customer as to whether or not they actually get it done. This customer we've been working with for 2 or 3 years, and I think, to be honest, we've advised it every single time we've gone there. It is a little bit risky, and it's something that we've got to start thinking about as well. The second one, a child's day nursery, we would normally expect to be a really simple, straightforward clean because of the type of cooking and the amount of cooking they're doing. You have to have the clean done for their insurance and to make sure they're complying with the right regulations. But this one, on arrival, looks spotless. Literally, it's gleaming clean and looks amazing.
It. This here is the exit for the fan, or this one here, I'm not quite sure which, but here. You can see that the duct runs in there, behind that false wall there, where I'm guessing the fan is housed, or it's in there, but obviously there is no hatches or no access.
When we've done an airflow test, which is what we need to do to make sure that we get an increase before and after, we've got 0 airflow. The reason for that is this, and this is what we've then found on further investigation. And this is the thing, because not every company will continue to investigate. They'll literally just go in, wipe over what they can find and issue a certificate. Jordan's done an amazing job by really investigating, finding out what the issue is and finding the actual fan. Now, it doesn't have suitable access, so we will be advising to install suitable access on the next clean, but we've done everything we can do on this time, and we've gone from 0 to 4.6 airflow, which is just huge. 4.6 cubic meters a second, which is absolutely amazing. So yeah, really top job for Jordan there, and rounds off the day nicely. Our head tech Lee is out today also doing a sports club deep clean. Now, I love the sports club. I'm a big rugby fan, and it's nice for us to work with clubs like Dings Crusaders in Bristol, Hornets Rugby in Weston, and obviously Weston Rugby Club as well, among some other names. It's really good to be working with them. Don't get me wrong, I've got some other clubs that I would really like to work with. Gloucester Rugby, if you're watching, come on, get in touch. You want some proper cleaning company in there. But we're out there today doing a deep clean as well on a sports club. Why are we doing that now? The Six Nations are on. If you're not a rugby fan, check out the Rugby Six Nations. To me, it's one of the best competitions in the world every year, and I absolutely love it. Not overly confident about how well England are going to do this year, but hey ho, if you watch the rugby, drop me a comment below, let me know how you think that's going. Obviously, by the time you're watching this, you probably would have had a stead start because you're going to see a couple of games anyway. But really good to be out doing another deep clean. Lee's on that job, he's going to lead the job, and we're going to get it spot on. We are in the bar areas and in the kitchen areas to get a really good deep clean and get them nice and fresh, ready for a very busy period for them.
Tuesday, and it is carpets galore today. We are literally run off with carpet cleaning today, and you have to think about why carpet cleaning is important as well, especially at this time of year. A lot of people think that this time of year it's not as important. Your carpets are a filter for your home, so they are literally trapping all the dirt, the particles, the germs that are in the air within your home. We understand and we appreciate that obviously at this time of year when it's wet and muddy outside, that people may not want their carpets clean. That's one of the reasons why we've actually been running a free stain protector offer. So when we've been doing our carpet cleans, we will apply a free stain protector over the top, which helps prevent the stains from locking in. So the best job that we've got to bring you today is Ashley is over at a very large property in Cheltenham. We are offering that free stain protector, or providing that free stain protector to this customer. They are a repeat customer. They've been using us since 2017 for oven cleaning, carpet cleaning, and various other cleans within the house. They've also got dogs. I've got dogs. You've seen Eric, the lovely muddy little monster that he is. If you have got dogs, you know how they can track the dirt in, and we're going to get this clean nice and spotless for them. I mean, I'm a sucker for carpet cleaning. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favourite services because you've got that mental challenge of making sure you can get the right standards, but you've also got that satisfying feeling when you're watching that dirt come out. It is just, I'm sad, aren't I? I'm so sad, but I love it.
Wednesday the 31st of January, last day of the month, and what are we doing? We are spring cleaning already. It's very early for us to be out spring cleaning in all honesty, but that is what we're doing. It's really good to see that we are getting called in for these spring cleans, and people are understanding that a professional spring clean really can go that extra mile than if you just go ahead and you do it yourself. So, you know, by having the professional equipment, i.e. vapor steam technology especially, is really, really good, because the steam technology can get in all the awkward bits and pieces, places that people can't reach, and they can really level up the standard of clean. Things like that is in between the grouting, in between the tiles, you know, behind the radiators, between the fins in the radiators. It just provides a much, much deeper clean. The other benefit, and what we're cracking on with today, is we're doing all the other areas as well. So the carpet in your home is a filter. It is filtering the air, and all the particles are getting into that carpet. So a proper spring clean should include your carpets, and that's exactly what we're doing. Full deep cleans, including specialist spot stain removal, to bring the house right up to standard. Busy day for the guys out there today doing that, and just rolling on forward.
A little bit of mould up in that corner. Obviously mould near the front door area, on the floor as well as the skirting board. Really bad mould, window sills.
Punch, first of the month. We're on the 1st of February, and it is you know, just another busy day as usual. We've got lots of cleans going on today. We've got oven cleans, we've got carpet cleans, we've got all sorts going on, a couple of upholstery cleans as well. But the biggest clean we've got going on today by far is for a kitchen and extractor system clean for Andros UK. Now, Andros UK are a food production company. We've worked with them now for the last 7 or 8 years. They're a little bit remote, but they are a very big company that is basically manufacturing lots of the big name brands that you will see in your supermarkets. I'm not allowed to tell you which ones, unfortunately. Pick a name, they probably manufacture it, particularly cakes and biscuits and things like that. This site is going to throw a few challenges at the team because the extractor system exits in the middle of a flat roof. Being such a large company, they have very, very strict health and safety regulations. Not to say that we wouldn't be abiding by health and safety anyway, but it means we've got to be even more strict with it. So the guys have to have a health and safety induction on arrival, and then they will have to be monitored. They'll have to have harnesses on, and they'll have to be strapped on the flat roof and everything like that as well. So it is a lot to take on. But Andros UK, you know, they look after their team, and they really work their backsides off to produce some quality food and turn out some really high numbers of food as well. So I know the techs that are over there are going to work their backsides off to make sure that their kitchens and their extractor system are absolutely spot on.
It's just not coming, literally.
You've got any sockets?
Just help me lift the exit off.
Bam! Bloody way round.
Yeah, so what should I do then? Isolate it somehow. Wires trail down there, but go into the kitchen.
We moved Jordan Salmon and Ashley's Extractor job. George is going to take tomorrow off.
Another slight challenge just to get over. We were speaking to George yesterday afternoon when he came in for his van check, and he was saying that he's been just getting a bit of a twinge in the base of his back, and he's rung in this afternoon while he's on site and just saying his back is hurting him even more. He's a little bit concerned he might not be able to make it in tomorrow. He's supposed to be on site at 7 o'clock in the morning to do an extract system, so it's typical one of them where we've got to try and make a judgment call of what's best for the technician, what's best for the customer and the company, and see where we go from there. Last thing we want is obviously George to hurt his back properly or seriously, and we also can't afford to let the customer down, so we've had to make a judgment call. So we're kind of working vigorously to juggle through the diary and see what we can do, but we think we've managed to move some things around on the diary and move some stuff across. A couple of technicians starting a little bit earlier. Basically they're getting it done. We've just moved one job to a couple of weeks time, which they were quite happy with. They weren't too worried, it wasn't urgent. That basically means George has got the day off. He's got physio tomorrow about his back anyway, so then he can go to physio, he can get some rest in the morning to rest his back, he can go to physio, he's then got the weekend to rest as well, and then he'll be on the mend, so we can make sure and that he's all right and there's no permanent damage.
It's Friday, the week is coming to an end, and it has been a long week, let's be fair to say it, but we've got one more day to go. We've got Ashley, the contracts manager today, going to a site that makes me think about the past. It's just simply one of those sites that really we've kind of moved the business on so far over the years. You know, when we first started, it was just me and my dad, two big burly lads in a little Citroen C2. Craig, if you can get a picture of one of them, put that there. With our technology doing what we're doing, we've now brought the company up to nearly 100 employees, millions of pounds worth of turnover every year, and it is just, you know, working for some of the biggest names. This particular site, not only does it make me think about the past, but it's also a site that, you know, I always wanted it. You know, I live in Weston-super-Mare, and I've wanted sites that stand out for a long time. So this one is one that is quite important to me. Now, don't get me wrong, I've still got sites that I still want. You know, I've mentioned it earlier in the week, Gloucester Rugby. I would love to get that on the books. Bristol City football. I'd love to get that on the books. Do you know what I mean? I am a sucker for names. You know, the fact that we work for Lidl supermarkets, Thatcher's cider, you know, John Deere tractors. I know that's a sad one. Do you know what I mean? You have to get some passion and some fun and some joy. Oh, the light's turned off. It's fed up of hearing from me. You have to enjoy what you do. You have to see some love in it. And actually, working with these names is part of it for me. It's part of the love. So, Ashley's going to show you around the site, and she's going to show you one of the reasons why I love seeing these sites. Let's go and have a look. That's it for this week, and what a week it's been. But the action doesn't stop there. Come back next week when we are testing the team on chocolate, tea, and even urine stains. The new technician is climbing on Motorhome Clean, and it's monthly meeting day once again. To make sure you don't miss any episodes, please do click the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you get that alert when we upload. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next week behind the cleans.